This is a full body, full strengthening exercise in one posture, the founder. I'm super pumped to learn founder posture with Coach Brooke. She teaches foundation training regularly here at the Flowshala. And then Coach Renna, it's her very first time doing foundation. So you guys at home are in for a treat. You can get your mats out, you can learn this posture. It's really going to help you activate your posterior chain, activate your deep inner core, create breath, and really find your alignment. And you can take this with you in all of your Mace classes and your bodyweight classes as well, and also outside of the studio. All right, Brooke, I'll let you take it from here.
All right, so let's set you up for the founder. So if you would just face me with your feet, let's start about hip width distance, okay? Turn your toes in. So when you look down, the outer edges of your feet are parallel, yeah? And put your hands on your hips for a minute, just like you've got some business going on. And then just let your hips kind of bring them back, like you want to rock your hips back so you feel your heels plugged in. We're not leaning back. We're just bringing the hips back. Feel those heels plugged in. And begin to pull an anchor of the feet together. The internal anchor is where you're going to pull your feet together. Like you're pulling the balls of your feet to the opposite heels. You should feel really stable. So like if I were to come up and kind of push you over, I can't because you're stable. You're solid in the ground. We're going to take our hands and we're going to put them in the measuring stick position where your thumb is going to reach right where your ribs meet your belly and your pinky finger is going to go onto your anterior iliac crest bone. Awesome. Awesome. Take your shoulders and pack them down, please, to the side. And then your elbows, bring them wide. And let's unhook and soften those wrists a bit. So it should feel like you're pulling your elbows apart. You're pressing walls apart with your elbows. Excellent, excellent. Now from here, start to find the crown of your head where you want to reach way up to the ceiling. As you're reaching more up to the ceiling, feel the back of your skull pull right up out of your back pockets. So in a way, go ahead and just look up for a minute, Renna. So what we want to do is we find some length in the front of the neck, but really it's the back side. So you're just going to pull the back of the skull up and the chin will slightly come back. Awesome. Great. Shoulders are packed down, reaching through the crown of your head. You should feel a vector going up and down. You should feel your feet pulling together so much that you're feeling tension all the way up to the pubic symphysis bone. Elbows are wide. We're going to begin the decompression breath here. One big inhalation into the ribs. Hold that inhalation. Draw the abdominals in on an exhale. Shh. Great, great. Keep the extension in the length. Set yourself up for success by keeping all this length. Reach your hands into a sphere of tension right in front of you. All the fingers are together. Excellent, excellent. Don't let me separate any of your fingers. Reach your hands as far away from your heart as possible. In fact, start to reach your hands right out of these low back ribs right here, right there, without closing up the front of the body and a slight bend in your elbows. Excellent, excellent. Now from here, you're going to just hinge your hips back, back, back. So your hips are getting way behind your heels. Excellent. Now let the chest float up. Float the chest up. Excellent, excellent. Rennie, you stay here. Summer, I'm going to have you bring your hands back here into a karate chop position right on the side of your hips. Arms, yep, open up. There we go. So we're keeping an external rotation. So if you have a little bit of a shoulder issue or pain, this is a great way to start. And have you come out of the hinge a little bit less. That's it. So your hips are back, your knees are slightly bent. You're reaching your fingers all the way out of your back pockets. You're really packing the shoulders down and you're really opening up the front of your chest. You should feel this work right now. You should feel some tension in your low back, maybe in your hamstrings. Now we want to begin the decompression breath here. Big inhalation into the ribs, the back and the side of the ribs. Keep that inhalation, keep that expansion. On the exhale especially, draw the abdominals in, but don't let the ribs come in on the exhale. Keep shining the heart up. It's easy to kind of want to let yourself collapse forward, let your head drop a little bit and let your chest close up a little bit. Once you start to find this, you're going to get in trouble with your back. So you really need to open up the front of those clavicles and ribs. I'm going to have you come out of the hinge a little bit more. That's it, that's it. Awesome. So these gals are working really hard right now and feeling this quite a bit. The reason for this posture is what we're doing is we're turning on the entire posterior chain of the body. You're lengthening, you're strengthening the hamstring complex and the glute complex, which is all that supports and really holds up the back. One last inhalation. Expansion, go ahead and come back into the long wing position with your arms out to the side. Great. Use your hamstrings, shorten your hamstrings as you hinge up, hard up, crown up. Good. Lengthen up, lengthen up, lengthen up. While we're here, one last decompression breath in measuring sticks. Pull the feet together. Exhale, pull the abdominals in. And then shake it out, shake it out. How do you feel?
I feel like that is the perfect complement to everything that we do here at FlowShala with all of our Mace wielding and bodyweight conditioning. This really allows us to tap into like a different line and a different sensation. Thank you so much for sharing, Brooke.
This really is a foundational posture for how the body is supposed to move in gravity. And it really translates well into anything else yoga practice or any of our steel mace and workout classes we do here. I really think once you understand to hinge at those hips, use the glutes and the hamstrings properly, add the breath work, you're going to become a superstar.
And I find it makes me want to stand differently. When I feel like I'm locked out in a position or I have to do a lot of standing, I find that I'll just start to squeeze everything in that action of like going in towards the midline, that adduction and internal rotation. It's like instant back pain relief. Like it's like everything just kind of clicks on in the spine, and I just feel like I'm able to, get a lot more out of just those moments of standing.
It's true. I am blown away at how fast people can get out of pain just doing this posture alone.
We want to know what you learned, what stood out to you, and how you're feeling after practicing Founder Pose.